All right, so here's an automation scenario. Now, when we talk about automation, obviously Zapier comes top of mind, and we are going to use Zapier here, but it's also imperative for a lot of things that you may want to do that you have some type of marketing automation software. I'm a huge ActiveCampaign fan, which is what I recommended to her in this particular situation, and you'll see why. The light plan, the lowest plan that ActiveCampaign offers, will get you the functionality to do what I'm about to show you to do. What this scenario is a client that wants to get, she wants them to get an email every Friday that sends them the nutrition form that she'll have them fill out once a week to check in on them, right? And so what we're going to do is we're not just going to automate them getting it, but we're also going to automate the follow-up. We're going to make sure that they're compliant with it. We're going to use a combination of ActiveCampaign and Zapier, right? So for there's a section called automations in ActiveCampaign. You click on this, I created a new automation. It asks you about a start trigger. And so what I would do is say someone's coming from Trainerize Pay. I'd do a zap from Trainerize Pay to ActiveCampaign, and then it's going to ActiveCampaign, when you set up the contact, it's going to ask if you want to add a tag. And I would say I'm going to add the tag nutrition client, right? And that means that as soon as that contact gets added, they're going to have that tag and they're going to enter this automation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a wait step here, and it's going to say for a specific period of time. No, I don't want to wait a specific period of time. I want to wait till specific conditions are met. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go date and time, right? I'm going to go current day of the week. She mentioned Friday would probably be the best day that she wants to do this, right? Check up on their week. And then I'm going to add another condition. So I want current day of the week is Friday and date and time. And then the bottom here, it says current time, New York, this is my time zone, is, and let's say we want to send it to them at 8 a.m., right? So the second someone purchases, and I'm going to save this, there's no time limit, save that. Right? So now someone gets added this automation. So if they get it on Monday or Tuesday or Thursday, it doesn't matter. It's going to wait until Friday, 8 a.m., and then it's going to release them to the next step, right? And what I'm going to put at that next step, and I'm not going to bore you guys with putting it out, is I'm going to send an email, right? And so we'd create an email, and I'm going to call this nutrition, form intro. Because I would assume that you would want to send them a different email the first time they do that. Okay, so if that's so, and I'm just going to save and exit this here. So we'll save and exit. And so the first time she emails them, she's going to want to email and be like, hey, here's your weekly tracker. I want you to fill this in every week. On Friday, I'm going to send it out to you. And then, she can tell them what it's all about. But then she wants it to recur every Friday, but she doesn't want to reintroduce it to them, right? So I'm just going to save this. In this email, she's going to put a link to the form, right? So we can create a hyperlink in there. If you have any problems with that, I'd be more than happy to help you out. But I think everybody's probably okay there, right? So then here's what we're going to do. This person waits till it's Friday, 8 a.m. They get sent the first time they get sent the nutrition form introduction, right? And then what I would do is I'm going to put a wait step. And I'm going to do conditions and workflow. I'm going to do wait. And then I'm going to do for a specific period of time. And I'm going to wait for 2 days, right? And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I want to see if they filled it out or not, right? So here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go if else. So I'm going to hit my little button. And I'm going to do if else. Watch me here. And I'm going to say tag. And this will make sense in a second. Tag exists. And then we're going to call the tag filled out. Man, computer's slow today. Filled out nutrition form, right? So if they have that tag, then what I'm going to do is if they don't have that tag, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a reminder, right? So that means they need to get reminded. Now you'll see how this goes out in a second. So I'm gonna send an email, and then I wouldn't send them this email, I'd send them something else, but this is all I have made right now. So I'm just gonna use this as a placeholder. But this would basically be the reminder email, right? Hey, notice that you didn't get a chance to fill your form out. Just a friendly reminder, just a general reminder, get that back to me so that I can make sure that you're moving towards your goals, yada, yada, right? Okay, so that's gonna happen. Now what's gonna happen on the back end is we need to go to Zapier, right? So if I go to Zapier, I love this is called Wavebox, by the way, because I have like, right now I have 5, between all my clients, I have like 5 Zapier accounts, 5 ActiveCampaign accounts, 5 websites, all that stuff I'm going to. I love Wavebox, lets you get in and out of everything. Right? So I'm going to go to my, my Zaps here. And I already started one up. Right, and then I'm going to go to this Zap right here I started. So here's a new response in the Google spreadsheet form. And so she would fill out this and put in whatever spreadsheet there. She would test the trigger. Now, I didn't fill anything out, so I don't know if it's going to give me test data or what the deal is with it. All right, yeah, so that's a fake test right there. And then what you do is, the second step I would do is ActiveCampaign. All right. And then I would say create update contact. And then basically, she would put in the person's email address, which will be in the form, right? Like you'll have the person's email address. Hopefully you're getting in the form. That's what you want in there, right? So it'd be like, boom, you'll pick their email address, right? And then because that is their email address, this person exists in ActiveCampaign already. I don't need to fill all this stuff in. But what I do want to put in there is my tag, which we said was, I always want to double check, nutrition form, filled out nutrition form, right? So I'm going to put in filled out nutrition form. Oh, I know why this is going slow. I'm streaming Liverpool over here. Okay, so filled out nutrition form, right? And then I'm going to save the Zap. Right, I got a lot of custom fields here, don't ask. Right, and then, you know, that, so when the person fills out that form, they're going to get this tag. So if I go back to ActiveCampaign now, follow me here, they're going to get sent the email. If in 2 days they don't have the tag, that means they didn't go through that Zap, right? They don't have that tag. If they do have the tag, I'm going to treat them differently. If they don't, we're going to send them a reminder. Amazing, right? If they do have the tag, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with another wait step, right? So watch why I do this. I'm going to go wait for a specific period. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to go wait, and I'm going to go for conditions, right? And I'm going to set this up. I'm going to go same thing I did there. Date and time. Current day of the week is Friday, right? And then I'm going to do same thing again. And I'm going to go is date and time. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to go 8 a.m. Now let me tell you why I did this. Because you should send a different email on a recurring basis than the initial one, right? So she gets the initial ones like, hey, let me introduce you to this. After that, they should not go back up here and get sent this email again. But what I can do is here, now I'm going to put down sending options, and I'm just going to keep this. It would be a different email. It'd be like, hey, here's your weekly thing again, basically with the link to it, right? I would go here. Now what I'm going to do is they'll get sent a new email. That's the recurring one. I'm going to wait. This is a real simple thing to do here. I'm going to wait for a specific period of time. And I always put in just 1 hour. Save. And then I go like this. This is called a go-to. This is magical right here. I'm going to go to, and I'm going to bring them right back here. Right? So, boom, drag this up, and I'm going to go right there. Okay? So let's find the flow again. They get added as a new client. It waits till 8 a.m. on Friday. They get the nutrition info email sent out to them, telling them, here's the introduction, here's your new form, you're going to do it. It's going to wait 2 days. Did they fill out, do they have the tag, yes or no? If it's no, then I want to send them a reminder email, and I'd recreate this. But if it's yes, now we're going to wait till next week, Friday, 8 a.m. I'm going to send them the recurring email. The reason I waited 1 hour here before I sent them back up is because this could happen so quick that it could release them through it again. Does that make sense? So they waited 1 hour. Now when I go back up here, I definitely have to wait a whole week again before this happens. Boom, right? If you really want to be superstar, then you're going to do your if else. You're going to do your wait again for 2 days, and you're going to see if they have that tag. So every time they get a reminder. I know it's kind of a little bit of a complex scenario. If you want to learn something advanced, hopefully that benefited you. If not, Ms. Jennifer, if you have questions on executing this when you go to put this in play, please let me know, and we'll make sure that you are successfully set up.